From Pittsburgh and New Orleans, Nell Carter, Pete Fountain, and the Preservation Hall Jazz Band. Cruisin' up the river. Great music from two great cities. This program was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by annual financial support from viewers like you, and by the following proud Pittsburgh companies: Giant Eagle, Inc., the PPG Industries Foundation, the H.J. Heinz Company Foundation, Duquesne Light Company, principal subsidiary of DQE, and additional funding by the following: ladies and gentlemen, Marvin Hamlisch.
We like to swing here. We like it. Tonight we're doing a show about jazz, and if you're going to do that in Pittsburgh and do it right, it's real important to go to the source, down to New Orleans, where it all started, to talk to the people who really know about jazz and bring back here to Heinz Hall some of their very best musicians. And one of those greats is the legendary Pete Fountain. You were born in this city. I would like to know what's so magical about it. What is there about this place?
The river, the water.
The water?
Our water is secret. It's full of talent.
Full of talent right here.
You drink it. We'd have a lot of jazz, a lot of great musicians come out of New Orleans and still coming. We're very, very fortunate to be the jazz capital of the world.
You really are. And there's been so many influences here. I mean, it all seems to come here. I mean, because it starts here and it ends here, doesn't it? Where did you study?
Well, I went to grammar school, McDonough 28. We played a little jazz band in there. Then high school, and then Conservatory of Bourbon Street.
Conservatory of Bourbon Street, yeah.
Right.
You probably have a
For
doctorate.
many years.
Yeah, you've got PhD from there, I'm sure.
Right, a lot of strip shows, anything.
What makes it so special? What is it about an instrumentalist, you know? I mean, let's face it, you're all playing basically the same music, and yet when you play it, I know it's you, and when somebody else plays it, I know it's somebody else. I mean, what does that?
The sound, maybe playing the lead, or bending the notes.
Let me hear a little bit about what does it. That's you. There's no doubt about it. That's you. Let me tell you something. We want so badly to put you and the Pittsburgh Pops together, but unfortunately, I cannot bring the entire symphony down here. It's a problem. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people.
I understand.
Okay. I was hoping that maybe we could put you on the riverboat and bring you up to Port Pittsburgh. Is that okay?
You got a deal.
Fantastic. I'll see you. Hurry up.
All right. Got to make the boat.
Okay. Hurry up. Go. Go. His ship has come in. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pete Fountain. Thank you, man.
I have to say the boat ride was windy and messed up my hair.
Yes. Okay. Woo! And now it's starting to feel, I'll tell you the truth, Heinz Hall is now starting to feel like your club in New Orleans. You know, you've brought that spirit. Because we need that, you know what I mean?
That's why we came down. You know, we've been, well, knowing each other since the 60s.
That's true.
It goes back a few, when I was taller.
When you were taller, that's right, I remember, yes. But I mean, that's what, I think it's wonderful to bring this kind of music into the pops, you know what I mean? It's fantastic. You gotta do some more, because I love it, I love it, I love it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
You're welcome. Pete Fountain, let's hear it. Fantastic. While I was in New Orleans, I was privileged to talk to a jazz historian and a fine musician. And as if that isn't enough, father of a whole family of musicians, including Wynton and Branford and Jason, Mr. Ellis Marsalis. Why did it all happen here? Why New Orleans? Why this particular place?
Well, at least for two reasons. One, well, it was a major commerce area with the Mississippi River here. And also because there were so many different kinds of people here. There were Germans and Italians and Africans and French. And the admixture brought about different kinds of music. And with the presence of the Navy and their recycling every 10 years of instruments meant that you could go to a pawn shop and pick up a clarinet for $3 and a cornet for $5. Right. So it was all of the ingredients, the support system, if you will, that was necessary for individuals who wish to express themselves. And basically, as it is today, playing jazz was, as we say, was a good hustle.
She acts, she sings, and she ain't misbehaving yet. Miss Nell Carter.
even go to a movie show if you are not by my side. I just stay home by my radio, but I'm so satisfied. All my flirting days are gone. I'm the level from now on. Keeping out of mischief now. Really am in love and how I'm through playing with fire. It's you, my desire. All the world cannot plainly see. You're the only one for me. Now I have told him in advance. Now they can't break up our romance. Living up to you, every vow. Well, I'm keeping out of mischief now. Don't go for any excitement now. Books are my best company. All my opinions, shades of how I'm old-fashioned. So when you really learn to care, there's a thrill in solitaire. So I can't keep it out of mischief now. Really am in love, and I told him living up to you, every vow. Well, I keep it out of mischief. I'm keeping out of mischief now. Oh, my Jack Horner in a corner. Don't go nowhere. You know what? I've always wanted, I like the blues, and I've always wanted to do the blues. And one of my favorite blues numbers was a song called Mood Indigo, so I went to see Count Basie only to find out it was Duke Ellington. So I stayed there and I said, let's just enjoy this. And I like the blues because they sing songs like I'm going to Chicago, but I ain't gonna take you. I like those songs. Spiritual. Now, I want you to put your hands together and we're gonna really rock, okay? Let's do some Count Basie. Come on. Let's rock. When they call this on me Monday, but Tuesday is just as bad. I said they call us on me Monday, but Tuesday is just as bad. Lord knows that Wednesday gets worse, and believe me when I tell you Thursday is sad. Well, you know the eagle flies on Friday, and Saturday I go out to play. I said the eagle flies on Friday, and Saturday I go out to play. Lord, but I come on Sunday morning, I get down on my knees and I pray. Well, you know I cried. Lord, have mercy, Lord, have mercy on me. I cry, Lord, Lord, have mercy on me. You know I'm trying to find my baby. Won't somebody sing that man all time, baby? Well, I'm going up, down, up, around, and the way you want to let it roll. Hey, 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 hey. You got me doing what you want me. Baby, tell me what you want me to do. You got me running. You got me hiding. You got me running out of beeping on from every way you want me to let it roll. Hey, 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 hey. You got me doing what you want me to do. Tell me what you want me to do. Come on, wake up, y'all. Go ahead, blow that trumpet. Come on. Hey. He changed it. Oh, drum. You know I cry, Lord. I cry, Lord, have mercy on me. You know I'm trying to find my baby. Now what's about that listen and no good man called Tommy? Hey, 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 hey.
Made for symphony. You were made for symphony. Nell Carter. I did a film called The Sting, which had a lot of ragtime music of Scott Joplin. I was wondering if there was any influences down here when it comes to ragtime.
There was definitely an influence. I don't know that by the time that New Orleans started to become known, that ragtime was as predominant as it had been at the turn of the century with Scott Joplin and Joseph Lamb and people like that. But it was definitely an influence in terms of not only providing music, but also providing a style that the piano players would learn and was adaptable to a group situation.
Right.
See, ragtime was essentially a piano music.
Well, you had a great pianist down here, didn't you, Jelly Roll?
Well, actually, there were two.
Right.
There was Tony Jackson and Jelly Roll Martin. And Jelly Roll was the first jazz musician to actually notate jazz music in an arranged form to be read by musicians.
Right. And he was also a composer.
Right.
Yeah, right. I've heard a lot of stories about the word jazz and how it got its, start. Can you tell me anything about them?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you the story that I've heard that makes the most amount of sense to me. Early on, jazz bands were spelled J-A-S-S. And supposedly, kids being kids, they would run through wherever there was a poster, and they'd scratch out the J, which was considered
oh, I see, right. They were having some
so
fun.
eventually, to keep the posters from being defaced, they changed the S's to Z's, so that their advertisements wouldn't be defaced.
Now, it seems to me that there were a lot of musicians who were, on the riverboat down here, and then the riverboat would go up north, and they'd finally get up to Port Pittsburgh and stuff. It seems to me that that's how a lot of people would hear this music, right? I mean, there was some sort of a give and take on this music going back and forth.
Most definitely. There was a boat here, I think it was called a Streckfuss line, and like Louis Armstrong played on that boat with a band called Fate Marable. And they would go from here, from my understanding, they went as far as Des Moines. I think that's where Big Spiderbeck heard that music for the first time. And the waterways was still a primary means of commerce.
Right.
So consequently, the bands on the boat were another way of doing business, so to speak.
I like to do something very classy, so I like to change the program. Harold, I love you very much. You should go in my dressing room and wait for me. Leave. You know what to do. Marvin, since you've never written a show for me or done anything else for me, I think you should play for me, please.
Okay, I'd love to, really.
I bet you would.
Yes, I
Sit
do.
down.
Okay.
This is a nice, spiritual song.
Really?
Y'all want to hear it? Hit it, guy! Oh, stingy Jenny saved up all her pennies. Straight to the bank she would go. Yeah, the sharks would hound her and surround her. lick yellow, who went to jail one day. He cried for bail, then he turned real pale when he heard old Jenny say, yeah, I got what it takes, but it breaks my heart to give it away. These stinking men, they cry for it every day. I've been saving this up for a long, long time. To give it away would be more than a crime. Your eyes may roll, your teeth may grit, but not a mouse. Or will you get? Now you can look at my bank book, but you better never put your hands on my purse, because I'm a lady who believes in safety first. Safety first. Now if you want my money, here's my plan. I ain't saving it up for no stinking man. I got what it takes, but it breaks my heart to give it away. Oh yeah, I got what it takes. Got what it takes. I got what it takes. Got what it takes. Yes, I got what it takes, but it breaks my heart to give it away.
Wedding song. We love you. We love you. Nell Carter, a wedding song. Think about it.
You take it.
Okay. I hope you can hear me because we're at the French Quarter on a typical night in New Orleans. We're talking Bourbon Street. Now, this is an incredible place. The people, unbelievable. The food, fantastic. I love to eat down here. It's incredible. And let's talk about jazz and clubs. Why is this place so great? Because the music is fantastic wherever you go. Here you are. Let me tell you, when it comes to jazz, it's almost impossible to decide what place you would really want to pick to go to. But if you had to pick one place, it would have to be Preservation Hall. How are you?
How you doing?
Pleasure. How you doing? How are you? Is this something or not? I mean, this is incredible. Woo! How are you, my man? I noticed something here that I've seen every time I've been here. That sign about the Saints.
Yes.
Right. That obviously means the Saints are marching in, right? I mean, that's the song, right?
That's the song.
Now, I see it's only like, you're taking requests, it's only like $5.
It was.
It was?
It was that way.
It was $5.
That sign is 30-some years old.
So the sign, so what you're trying to tell me is the sign is wrong.
The sign, yes.
So how much does it cost?
It's $10 now.
So I'll tell you what, you see, we're doing a show
Yes.
about the music of New Orleans, and obviously if you're doing a show about them, we've got to have your band, okay? And I was hoping that you would possibly cruise up the river to Pittsburgh and come play over there at Heinz Hall. And if you do, if I can make this all happen with everybody, I will get the $10, okay? All right? Do we got a deal?
Well, that's a deal for us to play the Saints.
You got it. I'll see you there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What can you say? What can you say? Great.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole night through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind, on my mind. Georgia, Georgia, our song to you is a old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly, though in my sweet dreams I see the road leads back to you. Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my
Hey, hey, think about it, everybody, think about it. Oh, man. Hey, hey. Wow, wow. Woo. You know, I just want to say one thing. I love everything, you know. I mean, I went down, visited you. You can sit down, it's no problem. The thing is simply, I just want to ask you a question. You sounded great, by the way. I just want to ask you one question. I think, to me, what I would love to have heard, if you don't mind, I mean, I think it's your theme. I mean, you know, it's When the Saints Go Marching In. I mean, right? Okay. I mean, to me, that's the song. Yeah, yeah.
Well, you know, there's a little attachment to that, you know.
A little attachment?
Yeah, for the Saints, you know. Thank you very much.
Hey, when the Saints go marching in, when the Saints go marching in, you know that I want to be in that number. Oh, when the Saints go marching in, when the sun refuses to shine, when that sun refuses to shine, you know that I want to be in that number. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Now we're all walking in the footsteps of the ones who've gone before. But we'll all be reunited on that far and distant shore. I said when the Saints go marching in, oh, when the Saints go marching in, you know that I want to be in that number. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Big bump, hey! the saints go marching in. I said when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. You know that I'm in that number. When the saints go marching in.
This program was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by annual financial support from viewers like you, and by the following proud Pittsburgh companies: Giant Eagle, Inc., the PPG Industries Foundation, the H.J. Heinz Company Foundation, Duquesne Light Company, principal subsidiary of DQE, and additional funding by the following:
This is PBS.